All the little creatures of the world are completely at home in their environment. They blend in. You'll see the little animals in the woods, they blend in with the trees. And you'll often see a deer, and all of a sudden the deer's there. The deer was standing there before, you just didn't see it. It blended in with the trees and the leaves and everything. You and I are the only creature on the planet that's totally disoriented in our environment. And that's because we've been given the higher faculties to create our own environment. Now, the problem with most people is they don't understand that. The average individual is going by what they hear, see, smell, taste, touch. And for very good reason, they've been programmed and they've been trained and conditioned to live that way. So they go by what they see outside. Their outside world is really controlling them. But if we do a little homework, we're going to find out that we have higher faculties: perception, the will, reason, imagination, memory, intuition. These are all higher faculties. These enable us to tap into universal intelligence, solve any problem, create anything that we want. We're really creative beings. We're God's highest form of creation. No other form of life, so far as we know, has the ability to do that, but we can do it. Now, unfortunately, most people don't do it. I've been doing it since I was 26. I'm doing a better job now than I was when I was 30, let's say. When I was 26, I started to understand this, and I've continually studied every year, and I continually expand my level of awareness. And by doing that, my life has improved. I live from the outside in. And that's what most people do. I didn't understand I had these higher faculties. Nobody taught me until I was 26 and I began to study this. And it was quite a while after I started to study that I understood what did separate us from all of the rest of the animal kingdom. Now, the truth is, everything is connected. There's nothing that's separate from anything else. We live in an ocean of motion. Everything we see is an expression of spirit or is energy in one state or another. But energy is all connected. It operates on frequencies, and those frequencies are joined together. They're hooked up to the one above and the one below. So everything in this universe is connected. We're the highest form of creation, and that's why we have these higher faculties. And I believe if we would spend our time really studying these, we could create a marvelous life for ourselves. I have created a wonderful life for myself, and I've helped a lot of other people do the same thing. I'm no better than them, and I'm no worse than any. We're all the same. We just operate with different levels of awareness. And as we start to understand these higher faculties, that does separate us from all the rest of the animal kingdom, that's when we take control and create the kind of life we want, because we're capable of doing that. We're frequently asked about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction really is misunderstood by most people. They really are. The secret, it was a phenomenal success. It went viral, of course. 500 million people have watched it all over the world. And it was about the law of attraction. So everybody thinks they understand the law of attraction because they watch The Secret. Watching The Secret does not educate you on the law of attraction. What it does, it creates an awareness that there is such a law. What we have to understand is that it's a secondary law. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, there's a primary law called the law of vibration. The law of vibration decrees that everything in this universe moves. Nothing rests. The body in a coffin is moving. You're probably thinking this guy's smoking something. Listen, if the body in a coffin wasn't moving, how would it ever change to dust? It's always moving. It's always vibrating. Everything vibrates. We live in an ocean of motion. Take a microscope and look at a solid wall. It's not solid. It only appears to be solid. A perception problem there. You'll see the wall moving right in front of your eyes. There's a particle of energy and they're dancing right before your eyes. That's the law of vibration. The law of vibration decrees everything moves, nothing rests. We literally live in an ocean of motion. Now, this physical instrument we're living in, we call our body, is a molecular structure, and it's in a very high speed of vibration. Our brain is an electronic switching station. When we activate brain cells, we alter the vibration in different parts of the body. I could not move my hand up and down or my arm up and down without first giving a message to my brain to do that. Well, the brain activates cells in the body. It sets up a vibration in the body. The vibration that the mind and body are in is going to dictate what you attract. Because when you put yourself in a vibration, what you're really doing is put yourself on a specific frequency. That's what you do when you set a goal. Most people set a goal and then wait for it to happen. It's never going to happen. You've got to assume that it's already happened. You've got a picture of it in your mind. Mentally, it's already happened. It's happened because I've got the idea in my conscious mind. If I didn't have the idea in my conscious mind, I couldn't talk to you about it. The very fact I can talk to you about it means that I've already got it. Then I've got to get emotionally involved in it. I'm already emotionally involved in the goal that I've got. I've got it intellectually, I've got it emotionally. It's only a period of time till it moves into form. How does it move into form? Well, you attract whatever's required for it to move into form. You attract all the energy that's necessary to produce the physical result. How do you do that? You do that by intellectually and emotionally staying in the vibration of the good that you desire. You see it already in the present tense. So that keeps you on the frequency, and that frequency then dictates what you're going to attract. You can only attract to you what's in harmonious vibration with you. Now, if you're holding an image that you can't get something, you're on a vibration, you're not going to get it. But if you can see yourself with it, you know it's coming to you. You know it. You know it's only a period of time. You're not quite sure what the time is, but you know it's a period of time, and bang, that thing's going to manifest in your life. You have controlled the vibration that you're in. The vibration then, called the frequency, you put yourself in the frequency that you desires on. Let's suppose I want to have a lot of money. We were just talking about money. Now this is a lot of money relative to, let's say, this. There's 100, here's 10 or 100 100s. So one's a lot relative to the other. Neither one is a lot, it just is. If I want to attract a lot of money, I got to see myself with a lot of money. I got to mentally accept I've already got it. I don't let my bank account dictate that. I choose that. So I'm choosing myself to see myself with the good I already desire. I'm on that frequency. Now the trick is to stay on that frequency. Most people look at the results and they let the results dictate the frequency they're on. That's why they keep getting the same results. They have the image in their mind. They're already reached the goal they want. They're already successful. And somebody else comes along and says, well, you haven't got those results. In my mind, I have. But they're not looking in my mind. They're looking at my present results. And then pretty soon I start listening to them. I think, God, they're right. I look at my results. I haven't got it. Do you see why we keep getting this poor results? You've got to see yourself with the good you desire. You've got to hold that image in your mind. You've got to know it's going to come, and that will attract everything that's necessary. See, nothing is created or destroyed. Everything's already here. If not in one frequency, certainly in another, or not in one state, certainly in another. We've got to get on the frequency of the good that we desire, and we will attract it into our life just as sure as it's going to get darker tonight. And we can do that. Now, are you going to understand it just based on what I said? No, you probably won't. But at least I created an awareness. Well, wait a minute. My body is a mass of energy. My mind, my brain, my mind activates the brain cells. The brain is an electronic switching station. If I change my thinking, my body changes. God, there's probably something here I should study. Hopefully on what I've told you, on what I've shared with you, is going to get you interested. But you've got to get in the right vibration. You've got to understand it. You've got to understand the natural laws that govern this whole universe. And if you don't understand them, you're leaving it up to chance or luck, and odds are pretty good it ain't going to happen very well. Can you understand it? Listen, I never went to school. I went to high school for 2 months. I had a horrendous work record. I couldn't hold a job. And all of a sudden, wham, like that. Very, very successful by almost anybody's standards. That's got to be the way it works. Go to someone who understands something better than you understand it and do exactly what they tell you. They proved they know how to get the results, they're getting them. Understand, this is an orderly universe you and I are a part of. We are God's highest form of creation. There's nothing that will equal us. We can accomplish anything. But we've got to raise our level of conscious awareness. We've got to understand these laws, and we've got to live in harmony with them. That's when we're going to start to get the good we desire. It's a beautiful thing to understand. I thank God I understand it. Solomon said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Understand the law of vibration. You understand that, everything else, it's going to fall into place for you.